Why, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. This is HD, and guess what? It's time for another HD broadcast. That's right. Now, this is a replay that was sent in to me by a viewer, a fan, and as usual, and as I've been doing lately, you guys have probably noticed that I've been doing replays that fans send in to me. Yes, the last set of games I did was because Destiny sent those in to me. By the way, I hope you guys enjoyed those games. I had a lot of funny comments. A lot of people were thinking that I was on some kind of substance or other things that may be considered illegal. I don't want to mention what. And I just thought that was really funny. That's all I'm going to say about that. Anyways, yeah, this is a game that was sent in to me by a user. And I'm going to go ahead and alt-tab and just give a shout out real quick for the person who sent it in to me. So here we go. It's in my Gmail account. Mr. Krzysztof Pask. You know, I don't know what it is. I mean, first of all, I just want to say thank you, man. This apparently is going to be a pretty awesome replay, but I just don't know what it is with people always sending me replays that I can't pronounce your name. I don't know. Maybe it's everyone sending me replays seems to be from Europe or something. I don't know. Krzysztof Pask. It sounds European to me. Just kind of saying, guys, if you guys are from North America and you guys want to get shouted out, send me an awesome replay and I'll cast it. Yeah, I'm mostly checking out only the pro game replays because, you know, those are what really catch my eye, and I think that's what you guys want to see as a viewer. By the way, some guy tried to impersonate HDreplays. He was like, hey, HD, you should check out this replay. It's between HDreplays and the Overmind. And I was like, huh. That sounds pretty interesting. I mean, HDreplays versus the Overmind, and I got like 2 or 3 emails saying the same thing, and I was like, all right, I'll go ahead and check out this rep. Turns out HDreplays was playing Protoss, and the Overmind was some Zerg player, and they had like 15 APM, and they were just goofing off the whole game. And I know that you guys would never send me replays like that. That's not a true fan. You would never troll HD like that. Speaking of trolling, by the way, guys, yeah, I'm kind of getting out my newscasts here and like telling you guys all the news events and all the interesting updates that have been going on in my life. Apparently, for the last couple of months, there has been somebody who has been impersonating me on a very infamous website. They call it the forums of the internet. They call it, I don't know what else they call it. Honestly, I'm not a user on this website. I'm sorry. It is reddit.com, and it's actually Reddit Starcraft. Apparently somebody has been impersonating me and doing a pretty damn good job at it as well. I guess they pretended to be me for the first couple months, and they did a really great job. They were nice and everything. They're like, hey guys, this is HD, what's up? I'll answer your questions, blah, blah, blah. And then after a couple months in, once he lured everybody, he started to troll them, and troll them hard he did. I actually got around to reading some of those questions, and they're actually kind of funny. But I just want to clear the air and say that's not me. I'm not really a Reddit user. I guess I should, you know, use Reddit a little bit more. But I don't use Reddit, guys, so that's not me. Just want to clear out any like animosity or hatred. I'm sorry if he offended anybody. So, but he is not a subsidiary or an affiliate of mine. I do not know him at all. Maybe I should make a video about that, just like an independent video, because some people might not watch this game, or you know, some people might forward the beginning because, you know, I blab off and ramble on, and yeah. So, by the way, guys, before this game really gets underway, did I mention the players? It is WhiteRa versus Smung here. Smung is apparently top 100 on the Grandmasters League in Europe. So apparently this is going to be a pretty good game, I would imagine. And it is, by the way, the new Shakur's Plateau, so it's not the map where there's the rocks here and the Protoss can easily expand to the back. Very difficult for Zerg to deal with that, by the way. But this is the new Shakur's Plateau, which has been revised. Now, I just want to mention, if you guys hear like a humming noise in the background, no, that's not my car or anything like that. I don't have a car right now, by the way. If you guys haven't been up to date, it got stolen, so... that humming in the background is my AC. Otherwise, it would be really, really hot right now because it's extremely hot in my room, and HD casting when it's very hot doesn't really produce the most hygienic environment, let's just say. So I really need the AC, guys. I apologize if it's kind of an annoying hum in the background, but it will definitely help me cast a little bit better. So it does look like you're getting to this game at hand. We do have WhiteRa opening up with 2 Stargates. Is going to be chroning the Void Ray out, and Smung wisely has his Overlord just behind the natural expansion. We'll be able to get it in there, and he sees the Void Ray being chrono boosted. So does he see the second Stargate? Yes, he sort of. No, he does not actually. That's actually the cybernetics core. So he has really no idea that it's a double Stargate right now. But just by seeing the Void Ray, he should be throwing down some kind of anti-air right now. And we do see evolution chambers coming up. So he should be, you know, decently prepared. At least if he gets a couple spores and a couple more queens, he should be all right. A second Void Ray now on the way. So WhiteRa really going to commit to this sort of air attack here. And it looks like the first Void Ray will reveal itself to that Overlord as it starts to lumber away. This kind of the Overlord just died there, but the Overlord, I was casting with Pain User a few days ago, and he has an interesting use of vocabulary for the Overlord. He calls it the dirigible, kind of like I was making fun of it and calling it a Zeppelin and how they kind of like floating and lumbering and slow, and Pain User was like, it's a dirigible, man. It's like, oh, that's a pretty interesting name. Maybe I'll use it. The dirigibles. So, I don't know why I went off that little sidetrack, but this is the opening moments of this game. Nothing really exciting going on yet, and oh, scratch that! Excitement level has just peaked. I am now, my blood is starting to boil a little bit. We have a fleet beacon coming down here. Oh, what is going on here? WhiteRa, I was about to say, you know, WhiteRa, the master of innovative play. Whenever you see WhiteRa, his name is actually DuckloadRa, but I can't call him DuckloadRa. I still call him WhiteRa. Sorry for the sponsor, who is Duckload. But whenever I see WhiteRa play, he always has some innovative strategies. He's the leading frontier Protoss when it comes to, oh, will you lose to Void Ray? No, you will not. He's a frontier leading Protoss, the innovator when it comes to interesting play. He's always able to use Warp Prisms when other Protosses do not. He uses those Warp Prisms very, very well. And in fact, we have a quick rush into a mothership here. What is going on? WhiteRa here is going to go straight for the mama ship, the Grandpa Toss himself. And Smung here going to be able to save that extractor at the very last second. But WhiteRa doing very annoying work right here with his 4 Void Rays. May be able to pick off a couple of queens here. And Smung not focus firing. There you go. Needs to focus fire the Void Rays in order to take them down and have a shot here. He could lose the game just to these Void Rays if he doesn't have enough anti-air back to prepare for when these queens all die from the Void Rays. Thankfully, though, he does have a Spore Crawler in the back. But at the same time, you guys gotta be wondering here, and I'm wondering, what is Smung gonna do when the mothership comes out? This is gonna be really, really interesting. And in fact, we have a carrier coming out as well. Wow. This is a really interesting strategy here from WhiteRa. He ends up killing all the queens at the natural. Looks like he will have to get out of the way, but he kills off all the extractors mining gas as well. Really nice Void Ray harass right now from WhiteRa. And keep in mind, his mothership and multiple carriers are currently on the way. And Smung has no idea. He's so preoccupied with these Void Rays right now. Oh, this is going to be a really, really, let's just say, interesting game, to say the least. By the way, guys, I know a lot of guys love to watch WhiteRa stream. He does stream live. This game apparently was streamed live, and a lot of people really liked it, and that's how the replay was sent to me. So if you guys have already seen this game, by now you probably are getting a little bit of deja vu. It is not, you are not on some kind of hallucinogen or anything like that, or any substance like what HD was apparently on when he was casting Combat X, according to a lot of comments. But WhiteRa here coming in with the annoying Void Ray ever so often. It looks like he will be able to get that guy out. And I'm pretty sure he had another Void Ray somewhere around here. I'm not sure where it went, though. It may have come back to the main, and look at that. WhiteRa with the ultimate weapon of war in the Protoss arsenal at 12 minutes into this game. I mean, seriously, he opened this game up with a Nexus, he opened it up with a couple of Void Rays, and he still managed to get the mothership at 12 minutes. I remember trying to rush the mothership, and only the mothership, in a 2v2 game, and I couldn't even manage to get it out by the 12-minute mark, and that was skipping Void Rays, skipping my expansion. I was doing that all off of one base. So this is just incredible by WhiteRa, just showing how good of a player he is. Does Smung know about the mothership, though? I'm not entirely sure if he saw that with his mutas. I don't think he did. Well, maybe he did, because he is making some corruptors right now. So I think he may have seen the carriers or the mothership or some kind of the cloaking field or something. I wasn't paying attention because I was just spouting off a little bit about WhiteRa there. But Smung here is certainly in a very awkward position, but I like what he's doing. You know, he's expanding down to the south right here. He knows if WhiteRa's got this mothership out this early, he doesn't really have that many ground forces. So now's the perfect time to be expanding and harassing with the Mutalisk. The mothership is very slow. WhiteRa trying to get some cannons up here, but one of the cannons going down and a lot of probes getting damaged right here. And now the carriers have revealed themselves. So now Smung didn't know before. He definitely knows now. It is a mothership. It is a combination of mothership carrier. Oh my God. I feel like an auctioneer right now, but seriously, this game is going to get hot. What is Smung gonna do? He needs to, you know, in my opinion, immediately get as many corruptors as possible. I also love, like I said before, how he's expanding all over the map. He knows that this is gonna be a very much a macro-based game. He's already got 80 drones, guys. So he is definitely prepared, and he will have a lot of corruptors and a lot of mutalisks once WhiteRa decides to attack. Now, the thing about corruptors and mutas, though, is they clump up pretty easily, and a well-placed vortex from the mothership pretty much takes them out of the game. So I think that's what WhiteRa is going to be banking on here. By the way, guys, he has +2 weapons for air already, so these carriers, every one of those interceptors ends up doing 7 rather than 5 damage. And let me tell you, when there's 8 interceptors per carrier, that quickly adds up. So, yeah, just doing my math right here for you guys, it definitely adds up. Smung now going to be coming in with the Mutalisks and the Corruptors. Going to find the Nexus at the top right here, and we'll try to deny that. Also going to possibly run in with some Speedlings. Oh, he manages to get inside through the natural, but quickly running into that carrier that was positioned up there. Couple of the Lings still surviving, managing to get inside the main. Meanwhile, the Nexus was canceled at the top side, but the cannons at the back, originally intended to defend against the Mutalisk, managed to hold off the Lings as well. Alright, guys, so WhiteRa now currently at a total of 6 carriers, 1 mothership. That's a total of 48 interceptors. But nevertheless, he still seems to be very much behind in supply, only at 147, under 191. And it just kind of goes to show you here that Smung has reacted to this mothership perfectly. He has now grabbed almost every expansion on the left side of the map. And he's going to continue expanding all the way to the east side, kind of like a reverse Manifest Destiny here. He's going to be starting from the west coast and ending at the east coast. He is playing such a great game right now. I mean, honestly, he's maxed already, and it's only 17 minutes into this game. So I really think that although WhiteRa was trying this kind of interesting, innovative strategy, I just don't know if it's going to work at the end of the day, because Smung is so ahead right now. Smung going to be able to snipe all these photon cannons out very easily, and the slow mothership carrier combination is just far too slow and immobile to be able to catch up to the mutas and corruptors, and the Nexus may once again be forced to get canceled. Carriers coming in here, but they are still very far away. Is WhiteRa going to cancel the Nexus? No, he allows it to go up. Oh, and Smung deciding not to snipe off the carrier, deciding not to snipe off and finish off the Nexus. But, you know, at the same time, I think, you know, that was kind of smart, because he could have definitely finished off the Nexus, but then the carrier would have gotten a vortex off, and Smung would have lost a large portion of his mutas and corruptors. So I think at the end of the day, it was worth it to run away. Maybe he can come back and pick it off later, because remember, the health of the Protoss buildings never fully regenerate. They're always permanently damaged. Now here comes a big battle we've been waiting for. WhiteRa possibly going to use a beautiful vortex here. Oh, the Queens using Transfuse, and it looks like the vortex went down on the Queens. So now it's just Corruptors versus Carriers, and even the Overseers coming in here for God knows what reason. And oh, nice by Smung, realizing, hey, his Corruptors are now alone without their Queen. So hey, why not just hop everything inside the vortex, and Smung is going to hold off the carrier attack. Oh my god, another thing here that Smung is doing so well. I didn't even notice he was building so many Queens, and Queens are definitely the best unit to get here against this composition. What a battle we have in the middle here with these carriers at 1 shields and 3 weapons, the Corruptors at 0 armor, 2 weapons. Smung, is he going to be able to take out all these carriers? I'm not entirely sure here. Oh, but the Queen artillery has arrived, and the Queens definitely are going to be able to assist in a big way. Transfuse for the win. It looks like the Queens, oh, barely getting that, almost not getting that last carry. That's seriously at 10 HP, and it just, oh my god, escaped with the little bits and bare bones of its hull intact. If carriers like Terran buildings and units could could catch on fire, this carrier right now would be engulfed in just blue psionic flames. Even even Tassadar wouldn't even want to drive this. As suicidal as he is, he would not want to be inside this carrier. So WhiteRa now has quite a few carriers out, at a total of, I mean, 6, and a new mothership is on the way. He did a great job at falling back and not letting the rest of his carriers die, and both these players really are playing an excellent game of Starcraft 2. I still feel, though, that Smung holds this advantage at maxed out supply compared to WhiteRa's 163. Smung also at 1 overbase on top of WhiteRa, and in fact we do have a Nidus network now on the way. This is certainly going to be interesting because honestly he doesn't have that many ground units save for a couple of Lings and the Queens. So I don't know if he's planning to Nidus some Queens or just Nidus the Lings, and I'm not even sure where the Nidus worm is. There it is. There's the Nidus network. So he is going to be Nidusing some Speedlings here. Very good. Going to be very interesting to see where he chooses to put the Nidus worm, and in fact he may be moving out this air army to the top so he gets some vision of the top of the of WhiteRa's main. Or not main, but a base up there. And he's going to be able to drop the Nidus Worm. And here come the Corruptors just scouting for potential carriers and ships to clear the Nidus Worm so the Worm will be able to go up uncontested. And I don't believe WhiteRa has vision of this, and a couple of Speedlings will make their way through. And remember guys, WhiteRa's Nexus here is very, very weak from the previous attack. It has only 500 or 600 health, so these Speedlings can quickly take it out. And WhiteRa streaming in here, excuse me, Smung streaming in here with tons of Speedlings. Gonna be able to take out this Nexus, I would imagine, very quickly. And oh, in the meantime, Smung moving down to the bottom side of the map, and a huge engagement here. WhiteRa engaging with all of his carriers. His mothership has enough energy to drop a huge game-crushing ending vortex here, but the mothership gets focused down immediately. Smung taking it down quickly. WhiteRa perhaps not paying attention as both of his nexuses could go down here. What an engagement! WhiteRa, his entire economy line is getting ravaged, but it looks like his main army was able to take out the majority of the Corruptors. And oh wow, this is so interesting because now WhiteRa has no mining going on at the 2 top bases, but he won the big battle. And I don't know if Smung's going to be able to re-macro in time. He certainly has a lot of minerals, 5,000, but it doesn't look like he has enough gas to recreate the units he needs. So right now he's just basically making a ton of Speedlings, and the Speedlings once again going to come in here and deny that Nexus for the 2nd time. Beautiful play by Smung, but what is he going to do about this massive air force just patrolling the skies? Protoss Airways at your service. This is the Protoss Royal Air Force, and WhiteRa is the general in command, and he is just ravaging the countryside, taking out everything. Looks like the crazy Speedlings that have been going on a killing spree are not going to be able to get domination because there's a Zealot here blocking those Zerglings from running in. That's going to create a little Zergling graveyard there, and WhiteRa takes out, in the meanwhile, another hatchery, killing off total of 2 hatcheries for the 2 Nexuses he lost. Is it Nexuses or Nexi? I'm not entirely sure, but he was able to trade off and pretty much come out